Million-dollar, billion-dollar sales in Sydney. What's happening out there with Sydney property premium market, and are interest rates going to go up today? Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Good
Why
morning.
are people so infatuated, Billy? Why are people so infatuated with these huge sale prices in Sydney?
I think for the people looking on, everyone loves them because it's just like, holy, that's a lot of money. But for the people buying them, I don't know. Who are these people? 50,
Who are these
60,
people?
$70 million. And it's not just one or two. Like, they're popping up everywhere, especially over the last few months. It's just, I've never seen anything like this before. And keen to see if your thoughts. Have you seen anything like this before?
Look, it's at the moment. Just to give you an idea what we're talking about, I'm going to bring up a couple. I do love the handle $1 million listing Sydney. They've always got good stuff, but check that out.
Yeah, this was like the crown jewel as far as eastern suburbs coast living goes. Unbelievable.
So if you've ever done the walk, the Bondi Bronte walk through past Tamarama, you'll see a house that's quite a striking house, a very old house, been, I think, 50, 60 years, 70 years in one family. But the position on the cliff that it is just unbelievable. Land value,
Pretty much. So I don't think that house itself would be worth much. What are the specs there? Was it a 4-bedroom home?
yeah, or whatever. It's 1100 block, right? 4-bedroom house, 2 bed, 2 bath, $47 million.
Crazy.
$47 million. Now, it just gets better. Some of the ones that these guys are achieving in the area, here we go. Have a look at this. And these often get reported to me. And what's interesting is friends, family, and buddies will start throwing these around to each other. That's where I found out about them, because they got sent by a buddy to me. It's something that we do like to share around for some reason. We're going to talk about where that money's coming from. Let me bring up another one. But the sales these guys are getting are just absolutely incredible. I didn't realize how much my mate sends me. Jesus. Another one here. Price guide. Darling Point. $50 million.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
$50 million. And it's a DA approved, so it's a block of land, DA approved waterfront block of land. Incredible. More. Let's have a look at more. Where are more?
And this is becoming like the new norm. You know, Lisa put a comment in there, but it's true. Like, these, as I said, are not popping up just one or two. They're becoming more and more common, which is just insane. Do you think the fact that the first couple of sales have trickled through, it's now setting a bit of a new sort of just expectation, or that's where the price needs to be? Or
You know what, guys, I've got a theory on this, and we're dealing with buyers agents, we're dealing with high-end bankers, lots of different people. What people do often say is it's always local, which is really weird. So people are like, you're like, okay, I expect that someone got off their private jet and just went, bang, I'll take it, or they're a celebrity or something. But a lot of this stuff that's being purchased is locals, Aussie, local, and things like that. But I think what you'll also find is where it happens very inconspicuously is that overseas property market has not been able to, has been shackled for the last 2 years and unshackled in the last 6 months. So I know that a lot of that overseas investment, and the way it actually happens is it's quite generational. They actually have family on the ground, people on the ground, have been on the ground for the last 5 or 10 years, but then they've forcefully now brought their money from offshore to here. They've had a bet in both countries. So
Yeah.
they've lived here, educated their kids here, lived overseas, been a foot in each country, and then after COVID happens, and now that it's all settled down, they're like, "Nah, we're bringing our money here. It's a safe place."
So this is just coming in the form of, maybe first or second generation families looking on behalf of other people. So they've, almost got that trust to go out and secure something amazing on behalf of someone else. It's not necessarily a direct purchase from the purchaser visiting the property and then doing both, which we commonly see.
Look, I think it's direct, as in if you're gonna bring 10, 20, 30 million dollars over to this country, and you're not going to put it in your natural name, it's sort of going to be someone. It's going to be you. It's going to be a direct descendant of your family that you're going to do it through. But certainly that offshore investment that comes in and they end up buying something. I think it's not really spoken about. I know it's not really spoken about, but it certainly does happen with all denominations, Chinese, Indian, all those guys. There's some super high wealth people, and they don't. Mr. Rich doesn't necessarily step off a jet and buy in his name, but Mr. Rich definitely gets his money into the country and has it maintained.
Now, how on earth would you go about financing a $60 million house? Is it cash? Is it half?
It's cash. It's cash.
All cash. So this is just, it's, I think, as you say, just a bit of a safe haven where premium property is obviously, they're confident in it, which is great to see.
Absolutely. And I was talking to a high-end electrician last night who does a lot of high-end homes in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, and I'm talking the best of the best homes. And a lot of these guys have multiple assets like this, and they've got companies that are worth just billions. So for them to sort of buy something in cash, it's probably a sensible move to have it tied up in real estate.
Out of sight, out of mind. It can't be spent elsewhere.
Yeah. Cash, Billy, cash.
It's crazy to think about.
Now, it is, and look, I know Bellevue Hill 60 million. I know Lisa had in Manly 21.5 million. Guys and girls, there's big prices being paid all around the country, and certainly I would suggest that premium end of the property market, which is that 20 million, 30 million upwards, I'd suggest that that's stronger than it's ever been. I'd suggest that it's going completely against the property cycle that we've seen in the last 18 months, and it's a very it doesn't jump up and down that premium market. It's just rock solid. It's just rock solid again because it's cash.
Crazy. Lisa said the luxury bed is surging with no end. It's like, yeah, and it's crazy. However, is this going to
luxury end? Yep, end.
Is this coming to an end as of today with another rate rise?
Sorry, Lisa said the luxury end is surging with no end in sight. Okay, gotcha, Lisa. All right, sorry, over to you, Billy.
But is this going to come to an end with another rate rise today?
Look, I think that luxury end, guys and girls, you've got to realise the way these guys think is completely different. It's a completely set of thought pattern. They are generational thinkers. So when these guys that are buying these values of properties, they don't think of putting bread on the table tonight. They think of putting bread on the table in the next generation. So I think that luxury end of the market is going to be not touched. I think these big prices that people are paying will continue, and I don't think that it's going to be affected by interest rate rises today.
What about everyone else?
Will the market be affected today by interest rate rises?
Yeah.
If the interest rates go up, it's, Billy, everyone, you got to admit, I would not have thought that seeing a 2 or 3% rate rise, which is what we've seen in the last 12 to 14 months, would have, I can understand the property market getting impacted negatively, but but then for that property market to start doing positive growth, and I understand it still hasn't caught up to where it was, fair enough, should be noted. I think that if the rates go up, the property market will continue to go up.
It's really, really very painful for these people out here, myself included. Oh no, I just lost all my lights. That's how painful it's getting. Electricity's turning off.
There's a sign there. There's a sign. Out of interest, how are you going? You're a first home buyer. You bought at the lowest point in the market with interest rates. What are your feelings?
Yeah, it's pretty sharp how quickly it's gone up. I don't think anyone could quite expect that, but just keep weathering the storm, It's just tricky when people keep saying it's the highest it's ever going to get, and so you're adjusting yourself to cope with that, and then it keeps going more and more and more. It's like you can't get a handle on it, but that's the way it is, So I'm fortunate mum and dad are putting me up, put it that way.
So have you been forced to rent out your place as a result of the rates going up?
100%, yes.
And then there's a level of comfort now that rent's coming in, and you do have a backup plan with mum and dad.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's not at the point where I've got to sell, but if I wasn't fortunate and had just taken on an investment property and was still, had overheads or kids, I think it'd be pretty tough right now. It's definitely not positively geared, put it that way. It's quite
do you know what? With interest rates going up, people always have a backup plan. They've got a backup plan behind the backup plan. It's family, right? You got to make sure you protect your family, and they've got a backup plan behind the backup plan. I would suggest that people have used their backup plan. I would suggest that they've used their second backup plan as well. So it's interesting that with rates going up, people could be out of the backup plan. But let's see how we go. So your guess today, rates going to go up, rates going to go stable?
No, I've lost all confidence that they're staying stable now. I think they're going up.
Going up. I'm going stable today.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, there you go.
All right, well, you have a good day. Everyone, good luck. Fingers crossed with the rates today. Hopefully they will level out. Anmal knows her stuff in terms of what the mortgage market's doing. Her husband's a mortgage broker. She's a real estate agent. She says it's going up. That's a good bet. That's a good bet. And in the back of inflation. So that bloody inflation. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Billy, have a great day.
Stay dry.
See ya. Bye. Stay good.